An ever iconic model that's made his place a staple in just about any Medarot library, pretty much from Medarot 2 onwards. It is TIR00 Attack-Tyranno, with a kit of Fire, Double Hammer, Biped Legs, and the leg ability of Straight, which passively buffs success of melee parts across the board just by having the leg equipped. Now, even though Hammer is an AoE that I normally don't advocate using a lot for, the extra success that his leg ability does give him honestly does kind of make that just a little bit more forgivable in some cases. But I will get to that ever so briefly. Head part of Fire is an ailment-based move that applies a DOT to the target, so pretty much the longer the battle drags on, the more HP gets drained over time, making it very easy for even peppered or scattered AoE, or even AoE attacks in general, to very easily or very quickly finish the job once enough time has passed and enough armor has been basically chipped away. Right and left arm of Hammer are basic melee skills that attack all parts across the board at even damage. So of course that does mean if your base attack will deal 4,000 damage, that means you are only dealing about 1,000 per part, which honestly makes using Hammer a little dicey, if not very efficient, if you don't have something to kind of back that up or make each hit actually count. But the leg ability does tie into this pretty nicely, since even for an AoE that the Hammer is, the extra boost to success means that you will have very little issue, if any, landing hits or having people dodge a lot of them. And in addition to that, you also have boosted likelihood of your hits being critical when you do to land them for that extra damage, which Attack-Tyranno can very easily capitalize on across the board. As a pure set score, I would honestly have to rate him a pretty solid 5 out of 10. I'd honestly say middle of the road for what he offers. Not to say that he's bad or has very bad stats, just a little bit sluggish, I guess I could say, but he does make up for it by being a little tankier than most standard biped legs, just to kind of round himself back out. And his kit, even if it is an ailment and two of the same AoE, no less, he does honestly make use of it pretty well, in a sense that if you do have to use him, he really can hold his own pretty efficiently without anyone really giving him a hand. As mixed parts, I would rate him just a little bit higher at a 5.5 out of 10, given the fact that he is actually still very useful. Just as a pure set, it is just a little trickier too, as Hammer is still a very solid skill to make use of on most conventional melee skills, especially if you need one to kind of prep the foe more than actually kill them in that dedicated strike. So say pairing this off with, say, I don't know, Full Charge and Beam Sword, pepper him with Hammer a couple of times, and then go in for the kill with a Full Charge Beam Sword, honestly would make killing the foes a lot easier and much more efficient than just going full force with Full Charge and then Beam Sword, and then just kind of hoping that the extra damage will do the trick.